Good evening. Kia ora. Ayubowa. Tonight I'm going to talk about this dish, what we call Chinese spring roll, and in Sri Lanka we call it a spring roll, which is very much similar mix that what we use for the fricadelles, which I have told you in the past. And also this gives you, this particular dish tells you about the trade relations we had with China during the time of the silk trade, and also that was during the 15th century. The Chinese Buddhist monk who came to Sri Lanka, and he lived in a place called Abhayagiriya for 2 years. That shows we have had dealings with the China and during that time, and also that's how the Chinese somewhat the influence has been in the Sri Lankan cuisine. So here what I got tonight is a mix what was made with the tuna fish, the boiled potatoes, the onions, and also the curry leaves, the turmeric, and also the coriander powder, and the cinnamon in it. And we have sauteed the onion, garlic, and also all the other ingredients together, and we have made this mix what is very close to a fricadelle mix. And then what I'm going to do tonight is that gets rolled up in a pancake like this. It is very much the normal pancake mix. If you like to, instead of water, you could add coconut cream into it, and then you put it in a pancake pan and you make this thin pancakes, and then that gets rolled in. We put the mix in and we roll it, and then it gets passed through the flour, egg and breadcrumb, and then it goes into a deep fryer, and that makes you a nice spring roll. Here what I'm going to do now is to show you how to roll the pancake. You get your pancake, nice, and then you put your mix into it. Today I have used the tuna fish and the potato and the other chili powder, the curry mix, turmeric, all that into the mix. You put it in the center of your pancake, and what you do is you just fold 1/2, about 3/4, push it back so that it gets tightened inside. Then you fold the edges like so, and then you roll it again, so that gives you a nice roll of pancake roll like that. So you leave that aside, and then maybe you take another pancake. I'll do the same thing very quickly. It's very easy done, and you should not waste too much time on it. One over the top, push it back, roll the edges in, and roll it back. And these rolled pancakes now are ready to go into the next process. What happens here is you take your roll it in flour, and then you just dust it, put it in the egg, and then it goes into the breadcrumbs. So that's your pancake, which is ready for frying. Okay, so I'll leave it here, and then need to get the stove on, and I'm getting the oil heated up for frying. So as I told you in the past, in the history, you know, we have had associations. It goes, the history tells what it is where the Chinese influence came into Sri Lankan cuisine. And this is a good example. As I said, we call it Chinese spring roll or spring roll. Now that we have got all the beautiful spring rolls rolled, crumbed up, and the next final stage of this preparation is to put them into the oil and deep fry them until it's golden brown. Just before that, I'd like to just recap what we have done so far. What we did is we made the pancakes the traditional way, and then we made a mix out of the fish, the canned fish, tuna, whatever is available which you could use, and then we put the mix in the middle of the pancake, and then we folded the either ends, and then we rolled it to a nice pancake roll, and then it went through a process of flour, egg and breadcrumbs. Now they are ready to go, and the next step is to get the oil heated up to the right temperature, and then slowly you drop your pancakes into the oil. Here we are. The oil is nice and hot, sizzling. Either you can use your hands or you could use a spider spoon just to drop the pancakes into the oil. So while it's getting fried, I would like to again emphasize the time and how much the Sri Lanka had the associations with the China, and also the dynasty, the Tang dynasty. The time of Tang dynasty, we had a visiting Buddhist monk whose name was Farsian, who traveled through Sri Lanka, which dates back to the 5th century. And so that shows how much trading we have done in the history with China. So obviously this is also another good example of the Chinese influence in the Sri Lankan cuisine. And that's why we call them spring rolls or Chinese spring rolls. Here we are. Now they are beautifully fried, nice and golden brown, and you take it off the fat, dip the oil, and it gets plated onto your plate. In the meantime, I would also like to share with you these beautiful spring rolls can be eaten in many ways. Sometimes it's a very nice quick snack. It can go into your lunch boxes, or sometimes in school tuck shops we used to serve this, and also for the evening, little parties like a finger food snack. What you can do is you can just cut the spring roll at an angle, either into two like this, so it gives that look of the pinwheeler sandwich look. Or what you can do is maybe you can also, maybe if you want it smaller, cut into three. Sometimes you can add a drop of tomato sauce, chili garlic in the middle. That makes you a nice little snack item. And also the spring rolls are eaten with either a nice hot chili paste, or it could be tomato sauce or tomato garlic. These are nice sauces to accompany these beautiful spring rolls. So there I have again explained what we do with the Sri Lankan spring rolls, or what we call the Chinese spring rolls. I hope that has given you a nice good understanding of how the spring rolls came about in Sri Lanka and how widely it is used. And here we are. I hope that will help you and make some beautiful spring rolls, Chinese spring rolls. And that is from my kitchen to your kitchen. As I always say, food like no other. Cheers.